truly society is always wrong. Always wrong. There is never right time, the right. It's always wrong. Because the goal is wrong. The goal is money and wealth and fame. And then little better than that is health and life. Other than that, everything is wrong. So truly every moment what the society do will be wrong. Some are very wrong, like George Bush used to say. I was told I can't say much against George Bush because he's Dalai Lama's friend or something. Some Tibetans telling me that. But right or wrong, George Bush brought this war. How many people killed? And how many people? Nobody knows, I think. And it is still continuing. May not necessarily George Bush created, but it may be leading to that for a little longer time than that. It happens to be on his watch, so we have to blame him, honestly. And so you know how society goes wrong. Terrible. And then in that 2001, remember, everything is nothing but a terrorist. Nothing but a terrorist. Even person like this fellow, slightly brainwashed, honestly, slightly brainwashed and thinking. And I do remember 2002, I went to India in January. The day when I arrived in Delhi, I arrived in 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning or 2 in the something like that. Went to a hotel and slept. And before the first telephone rang, and I picked it up. It is Samdon Rinpoche. I think Unyala might have informed Samdon Rinpoche that I'm there. So he called up and he said, "Did I wake you up?" "Yes," and all that. And then he said, "There's a conference today. So His Holiness's conference, so would you like to come?" I said, "Yeah, I will come." And I'll wash my face. In those days, I don't have to depend, I can walk. So I went to the conference, and when I looked it up, the banner, huge banner outside that conference hall says, "Compassion as antidote of terrorism." I got a little shock. Compassion as antidote of terrorism. Oh, maybe true, but let's see. I walked in, and the beautiful Gandhi followers, great Indian Gandhi followers, one after the another, spoke so beautifully about how compassion is antidote of terrorism. Former President of India was also there. He spoke and he presented beautiful. He's also Gandhian then, those days. Then there was a former minister, Indian minister, who I know, his name was Rabindra Bhama. He studied with me for a while. He studied with many Tibetan teachers and His Holiness a lot. So Rabindra Bhama spoke, and at the end of that, Rabindra Bhama said, no matter how powerful militarily or financially, you cannot change people's mind. the military power and the money power cannot enter in the minds of the people and switch them on and off. You can't do it. You can only change people's mind by convincing people. And he says, no other than compassion and love can change mind of the people. I mean, he really made into a big, wonderful conclusion. So it's fantastic. And I appreciate it very much. He came back after he spoke, came to where I'm sitting. And he said, I hope I did okay. So I said, very good, well done, thank you. So it's just really, it took me for a while to change my mind by those Gandhi followers. About 7 or 8 of them, whole day, one after the another. So great, wonderful. So it is the love, compassion. Really, I mean, nobody will talk about love, compassion as anti-terrorism. The people's mind, sometimes we wonder why our young people are falling in love with the terrorist activities. Because they are bored, they become nobody in our society. So they wanted to be somebody. They wanted to have a companion. They wanted to have a, husband or wife or whatever, and all that. So they think this is the easiest way to become somebody. Change the mind, fall in love with that activities. So it is the changing mind in negative form. So becomes people negative. If you change the mind, people in positive form, that improves the person and they become positive. And that is our task. This is the game in which we play. And our self is the risk of going in the wrong way or the right way. And nobody really knows what is the right way, what is the wrong way. But we simply think, and many of our great spiritual previous leaders, many great society leaders who are respected very much, like that of Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King, and all that type, Nelson Mandela, and that type of people. And there can't be, everybody can't be wrong. Can't be wrong. And then on the other hand, if you look at those wrong leaders, Hitler, and all this, everybody. So they're not, all of them can't be right. And they've got the produces tremendous suffering for people. And that's why they're wrong. And this side, there is a little suffering, no doubt. Even Gandhi's movement of, what you call it? Sadhana. Sorry. Philip has a beautiful opera on that. I had the privilege of seeing 3 times. Really, so Gandhi's Satyagraha is not painless. It is pain. It is not. I don't know whether it's violence or not. It is non-violence, right? Example of non-violence. non-violence. So, but it creates pain. People who go and get beat up by the British police or whatever, and they lined up, get beat them up and blooded, and then fall down, and then take them back, and another 2 or 3 people goes up, get them beat up, go down. That is painful. It's not painless. Even Buddha's part of non-violence is also painful. Painful in the sense it doesn't achieve quickly, and it has a huge amount of. But I don't think the path produces pain, but purification of the individual produces pain. Sometimes we have to have that.